So welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed the session so far. So I would really like to say it was a great Q&A, okay, and more to come. So before we come to the last session, as already said in our agenda, I would like to present to you, what the team worked on over the last couple of months to enhance our really service to you as the member, linked to incident intelligence and everything. So we went out to you and we asked all of you, and specific companies, what do you would like to see? How can we get better related to visibility, intelligence, and how can we improve our really TAPA intelligence service? And first of all, again, I would like to say thanks to all of you, that you choose the new name. I love it. TIS, very easy. It's the TAPA EMEA intelligence system. And this is how it looks like, okay? Here you can see it already. It's a very easy dashboard. It's not ready. Okay, so it's a sneak preview only for you today because we would like to have your feedback. But I would like to run with you through the tool in a little, because as already said, it's not ready. But I would like to show you what we would like to develop over the next 2 to 3 months, and we will go live, hopefully in Q1 2022, with the completely new service. So from a first point of view, which is quite important, the technology changed dramatically. In the past, we used a type of 3 environment. Now everything is driven by a database, and the database is really our core heart related to our data. And what you will also see is especially that we can now analyze by far better and running really analytics, and we can do statistics and everything really coming from the system. So let's go through the system, okay? So the first thing is nearly the same. You can go to the Data Explorer. You can see all the data, everything which is linked to incidents. This was exactly the same, nearly the same before. But as you can see, it looks better. It's easier to navigate. It's really easier to filter. So you can go to the category will be automatically there. You can select all. You can say, I only would like to see fraud, hijacking, whatever you want. So everything is already there. Everything is dropped down. Everything is easy to navigate, and it's really, really an easy system right now. You can do it with the modus operandi. You can do it with the product category. You can set all your filters however you want them. At the end, you can even say, you know what? I only would like to go to one specific country. I would like to see one specific thing of threat. And then, if you want, you can create your own reports, either as a PDF or as a CSV file. It all depends on you. So that's really quite important, but that's really the data, And of course, there's a lot of more work behind it. But what I would like to say that now you have one single tool, one single stop, where you can look for all the data which is owned by TAPA EMEA. So incidents, one example. But you can also say, okay, what are with PSR locations? How many PSR locations do we have, for example, in a country like Germany? And you can immediately go to Germany. Okay, you can filter it down, you can look what's going on in Germany, you can streamline, and when we come to the mapping, of course, you will see by far more. But I would like to show you really the heart, the data behind it, and you can do exactly now the same in the system with all certifications linked to our facility security requirements. Same stuff, same filter functions, very easy. You can say, give me the location, give me the parent company. And a parent company, for example, means it's Let's say it's DHL Express, so then you can say, show me all certifications from DHL Express. But then you can also say, show me all of them from DHL Express in Germany, and now give me the certification level A. What you can also say is, show me only A, show me only B, and the good news is also that the system will tell you automatically when the certification is due for recertification. So there's really a kind of an alarming trend behind it. And one of the reasons why we would like to do is really to connect all our systems into one master system where we store all our data. So if you go on it, for example, if you say, okay, I would like to see what's going on here, then you can see already, okay, this is the group, this is a parent company, you have the address, you have the location, and you know exactly what's going on. You can download everything. It's a single-site certification. It's against the 2017 standard. There are no waivers inside or this kind of stuff. That's also something what you can see. And if you go, last but not least, to the TSR, it's exactly the same situation. The good news with TSR, you can see all the certification levels. You can store all information. You can go inside there again, and you can say, okay, air cargo transport GmbH. It's based in Emmerich. It's very close. And it's a 2020. It's a TSR. It's a 1 and 2. It's a medium-sized company, and the certification is still valid. If you would like to have more information, more to come on this one. So it's very important to look at all the data and all the data fields and what the system can really do for you, okay? I'm a very visual-driven person, so that's the reason why I'm very fast on this one right now here. But what I really love is the new map and routing, okay? It's completely different than before. And I think the first thing is really, if you go into the map and routing, you see Europe, how it is like, and we changed the logos, we changed the markers and everything. So the first thing what we did is, before we had a lot of different fancy colors, truck theft was a different color, hijack was a different color. Now we said everything what is linked to an incident is red, because an incident is always something which is not good. So which means it's red. Okay, so all incidents are red, but you can still have all the different incidents categories. Everything what is linked to a PSR location, it's green. It's a parking place, so you come to a stop. FSR, it's a dark blue, and TSR is a light blue. Okay, so that's really, you see everything on one screen in one format, and that's exactly, why we try to simplify the process as much as possible. And now you can do nearly the same stuff as you did before. So you go there and you say, for example, yeah, I would like to see now the incidents over the last 12 months in Europe. So it's a lot of incidents, okay? And that's only for the last, I think it was now 18 months. So what you can say, for example, I don't want to see the 18 months, I would like to see only the last 12 months. So it's very easy, filter the data again, say, I don't want to see it from here. Show it to me really from the 1st of January 2021 until 2020 right now, and you can see immediately it's successfully updated, okay? Go back to the map and routing. Please still have it on, and you can still see it changed slightly. It's still big, but what is quite important now you can say, for example, okay, I would like to see now all PSR locations which are linked to the TAPA PSR standard, as already said by Steve McHugh earlier before, and if you switch it on, you will see all the certifications and all the parking places according to our standard. And if you would like to say, for example, okay, here's the level 1 standard, and the company name is PKM Logistics, but please show me more details. What is behind it? Okay, now you can see all the details behind it. Again, it's not ready. Okay, not all details are feeded into the system. So we are still working, we are still in the development phase, but let me show you another good example on this one. So if you go, for example, now and say, okay, I do not want to see PSR, I would like to see FSRA locations in my neighborhood, in my area, wherever it is. Then you go there, and then you say, okay, show me your certification. You click on it, and you immediately see it's a DHL location, okay? And then you can say, for example, it's the DHL location Saarbrücken, it's level C, show me more details, and you see the address. In the future, potentially, you will even see the site security contact. What is quite important, all the information on this one is an opt-in information. So it doesn't mean that we automatically put the information into the tool. It's also due to GDPR requirements. What we do is, we contact you as the certification holder, and we ask you for your permission to add your information into the system. So don't think about it that your information is automatically in the system. It's not. Okay, when you are going into a certification process, one of the parts is to ask you if you would like to become part of the tool and if you would like to be seen in the tool. Okay, the other good news on this one is now I could say, for example, okay, show me in Europe all FSR, all TSR, all PSR locations, and all incidents. It looks now a little bit like a mess, okay? But that's not the point. The point is use the filter functions. And the other good news is now you could say, for example, okay, I'm specifically interested in for the route from Rotterdam to Hamburg. And now it's giving you the route, the best route right now from Rotterdam to Hamburg. And if we go in there, you will see the route from Rotterdam to Hamburg. And then to make life easy, here's the route. Okay, now I'm saying, okay, I would like to see no incidents. I would like to see, I have a trucking company, I don't need that. But I would like to understand where potentially I could store my products on this route according to a TAPA certification, like C, A, whatever. I can see that there's a parking place, a PSR location on the route. And I can even say, okay, when there's something will happen, I could go to a TSR T1 certified company. Again, it's a preview, to show you a preview, related to this is what we can do, but by far more is possible, and I do not want to spend too much time on this one, but it's very important to understand, we have in the new database, we will have more than 100,000 data sets in the database, and it's really combining everything what we have as TAPA for you as the members. Again, FSR, TSR, PSR, incidents. But what I like really also is in the past, you always waited for something special for the annual report on IIS. You will still receive the report on TIS in the future. But the point is now you can create your own reports immediately like that in the system. So if you go now, for example, and say, I would like to see the cargo crime monitor. The cargo crime monitor will tell you immediately with one mouse click that in the period you choose, we have 6,894 incidents in our database. The average value of all incidents in this period of time is 392,656 euro. So you will see immediately that out of the 6,894 incidents, more than 47% is UK, 15.5% is Germany, Spain, France, and so on and so on. If you set a filter, everything will change. You can look for one country, you can look for this, you can see that the biggest single loss reported, you can see the percentage of incidents stating a value. As we said before, it's always in the range of 50%. You can see also that right now in this period, we have 36.6% of all incidents are on unclassified parking places. You can also see the incident categories. You can see the product category. You can see, for example, that 41% of all the records are food and drink. 26% is either jewelry or precious metal. And that's really quite important. So again, everything is structured, everything is there. I'm sorry. And you can see also the location types. You can see the modus operandi. So everything is inside your tool, everything is inside your system. And if you want to say, for example, okay, but I still want to run another comparison and I would like to run another statistic, you go into the comparison field, and you say, for example, okay, show me the total number of incidents in the database. It's 49,454. And you can say, what is the increase compared to last year and this year? Of course, when we feed the database for the first time, you cannot run an annual comparison because we cannot really do that in this one. So we start from scratch, but we will upload more than 49,000 incidents. I think it's also quite important, if you take a look at it, that we look at incidents with the percentage and the reported value. You can see immediately total number of certified FSR locations. We are in a position to see every month, every day, if it's going up, if it's stable, if it's going down. So all our information is handled in this database. You can also see, like cyber threat, you can see FSR, how many companies, for example, choose an FSR location, including the enhanced cyber threat requirements, and it's 0.9% in our region. Okay, how many TSR locations you have, related to our region. And as you can see here, incidents by country, you can go in all details. You can say, okay, what is the certification level A in FSR? What is B? How many we have in C? The data is not 100% correct. Again, it's a preview, but it's giving you a kind of an inside view. What are we doing? It's nearly uploaded. So the developer team is now waiting really for your feedback to do the final adjustments, to do the fine tuning and everything, and to really ensure that you love the tool. What I already love, as I said, it's really the opportunities, especially as an engineer and as a green belt candidate, you really to say, this is what we need. You can see all the TSR stuff. You can see how many companies, are TSR 1, TSR 2, 3, level 1, 2, level 2, and so on and so on. And you will see exactly the same comparison with PSR. So total number of certified PSR locations in our area is 76, okay? So again, all this stuff is possible in the new tool. I think what is super important for me to say it again is really that it is a very fast insight view, what we created over the last couple of months. It's really to show you what you will get as a significant membership benefit, because since we started IIS, one of the things what you always said is, can I run my own statistics? As a member, yes, you can. It's part of your benefits. Nothing is needed. You need to do everything what you want on your own. You can go, as I told you, you can go and search here. You can filter everything. You can play with it like crazy. And for me, if you look at that, you can also say, for example, I would like to see my map again, or my route. And then I'm saying, okay, I'm still going from Rotterdam to Hamburg. And here's my routing. But now I would like to see what is the actual traffic situation on this route. And when it's orange, there's a little bit of traffic. When it's red, there's a lot of traffic. So you could say, for example, I would like to avoid this route. I go this route, and then you can say, is there also a PSR location on the other route? So for your planning department, they could use this tool to say, you know what? I have a parking place here. I have this. I have a backup. I even have a resilient situation that I could use another warehouse. You could use your own warehouse. You can filter only your company. So I would like to say that the filtering options are nearly endless. You can create millions of different scenarios. But for me, the best part, and to make our life easy every day, is really the cargo crime monitor. Okay? We will provide this tool to all law enforcement agencies in the European, Middle East, and African region. It's free of charge for law enforcement agencies, as it is free for all members. It's purely a members database. So if you're not a member, I'm sorry to say it, you won't have access to the tool, except law enforcement agencies. Because they are our friends, they are our partners, and as already said, also by Europol. Europol will be one of the first ones for this one, and you can create your own police reports. You can say, for example, and we have already countries doing that. We already have countries creating their own police reports out of our tool. Okay, that's quite important. You can raise questions in the next Q&A, but again, this was a pre-sneak view right now. I will come to an end. We need a little bit of time to adjust the studio again, okay? And I see you then after one question, I think so, from Sam.
Thorsten, yes, many thanks for that introduction. And as you were